Good day, how are you doing? Today I'll be covering the FeatherQuest Bird application for open source part 2. So we begin by opening the application. When you open the application, you are asked if the FeatherQuest app may access the device's location. We will say while using the application. Let us switch it on manually. We have our login page. We're greeted by our login page. We have to have an account sign up. We have sign up as well. We already have an account, so let us log in with one of our valid credentials. 1 login successful. Now let's go back and let's sign up so that we can test our sign up page. For an example, if we type in something that is invalid, you'll receive a red formatted notification stating invalid email format until we add at gmail.com. Username, let us keep it as welcome, and let's say we press sign up. We get a toast that states all fields must be filled out. Let's also say welcome. As you can see, password must be at least 6 characters, and welcome at gmail.com, username welcome, password welcome. So let us sign up. Upon successful sign up, you will get a notification that says sign up successful. Let us have a look at our database to see if this user has been created. So now, when looking at our real-time database in Firebase, as you can see, we just finished registering a user. So when we come to our Firebase database for the FeatherQuest application, as you can see, we have users. Under users, we have the different types of users that we have, and we have the user we just created. As you can see, the user's email is stored, the username is stored, and the user password is stored. So remember, when we first started the application, we logged in to see if login feature works. We logged in using the username 1. As you can see, we have 1@gmail.com. We have passwords, we have settings that we'll get into furthermore into the future. But as you can see right now, as of right now, we have the user called welcome with his email and password saved. So now that we've seen that the user welcome does get registered into our Firebase database, let us log in. Let us log in with 1, just to show you it works. 1 works, login successful. Let us log in with 2, login successful. Let us log in with our newly created account being welcome, password welcome. Let's log in. Login successful, and you are greeted by the user's first page with a welcome message, welcome. Now let us head to settings first. Now when you're in settings, you can change the distance unit of measurement, be it kilometers or miles that you want to measure in. Let us change it to 24 miles. Let's save settings. As you can see, a toast that appears that says settings saved. Now let's head back. Remember, our thing was 24 miles. Now let's go to view. So now on the mobile device, we have saved settings. Now let us come here under the user welcome. And as you can see in settings, we have the max distance of 24, like we saved on the mobile device, with the unit system of miles. So this does work and save to the Firebase database. So now that we have checked the Firebase database and we do see that the user's distance and the unit that they choose to measure in get saved, let us move on to viewing bird hotspots on the map. So now, as you can see, there is a circle overlay that covers the distance the user has set. And as you can see, we have markers. So the red marker is the user's location. Let us zoom in. The red marker is the user's location as to where they are at the current moment. That is my current location. And the blue markers are where the bird hotspots are. And the circle overlay covers the distance that the user set. So do take note of the size of the circle. Let us go back to the settings. So we did set it to 24 miles. Let us change that to kilometers. No, let us keep it miles, and let us increase it to 46. Let us say save settings. Go back, let's view. And as you can see, found 217 bird sightings. And as you can see, the radius of the circle overlay for the hotspot that it covers increases with the size. Let us reduce the size to something such as 22 miles. This time let's change it to kilometers. Settings saved. Go back, view. As you can see, the circle is much smaller. Found 150 bird sightings within the distance that the user has set. So we zoom in, we have our current location, we have the bird sightings, and should the user go somewhere far away and get lost, they can press this button in the top right corner and it will take them back to their location. We have our zoom button, we have a zoom out button. So now we have covered the requirement that states we should display the hotspot filtered. It's filtered according to distance. As you saw, the distance increases, decreases according to the user's input. We do display the bird sightings and the bird hotspots according to with blue markers to make it easier not to confuse the user. Let us select a hotspot. As you can see, we want to press that and we can see red-chested cuckoo recent sighting. Let us select something else. Red-billed koala. Select something. Common red warbler. Rock martin. Speckled pigeon. So we can select hotspots. Now about finding the best route and calculating the best route to get to those hotspots. So as you can see, whenever you press on a hotspot, these two icons appear as we're making use of Google Maps API. So we can therefore, with the user's current location, we can find the best route to the hotspot. Let us, for an example, select from our current place, let us select one near Rosebank. So the red-chested cuckoo, let us get the directions. We press this button. And as you can see, this will take it from your location to the bird site location automatically. And you can filter which type of distance would you like to go. Would you like to take this route, or any other route? Let us try again. Let us select the furthest one, that one. Let us calculate the best route location to those coordinates where the bird hotspot is 28 minutes, and you can select the best route for yourself according to the mode of transport, be it vehicle, motorcycle, train, no train available, or walking. Let's do it one more time. Let's select another location. Let's select Botanical Gardens, something near Johannesburg Botanical Gardens. We have the Eurasian Hoop. Let us get directions to there. So from our locations, as you can see, the first few seconds, the longitude and latitude of where the birds were sighted was found. And as you can see on the map, it is from your location to the location of the bird sighting which is correct as it is near Johannesburg Botanical Garden. Thank you. So now that we have seen how to get from the user's current location to go to where the bird sighting or the bird hotspot is at, and it's up to the user's discretion what mode of transport and how they would like to get there and what best route is calculated with time. Now that we have seen that, let us move on to recording our observations. So when you press record observations, we can now fill in info. Let us say bird, bluebird, name of the bird, we'll call it, let's say, a mockingbird. The number of birds you viewed, let's say we viewed 12 of them on site. Any other additional notes, we can say none here. Then the user is given the option to use current location or not. If they want, they can enter the location, the longitude and latitudes of where they sighted the bird, as this is recording their observation, and that they can get from the map. They can get the latitude and longitude from the map. So let us say use current location, and we say record observation. As you can see, observation recorded successfully. Now let us go to the database and view the user's recorded observation that he just saved right now. So now we're back here in our real-time database. We go under the user welcome, and as you can see, we have observations there. Under observations, we have bird name, mockingbird. We have the date the observation was recorded. We have the notes that we took, which was none. The number of birds we saw, 12. The time, which was at 8. And we have the location with the longitude and latitude. So let us add a few more bird species. We're just going to randomize right now. Let's add more nodes and record observation. Observation recorded successfully. Let us add a bit more. Let's add more nodes. We press record observation. Observation recorded. Should we, as it is it should be mentioned that, as you can see, nothing can be recorded until at least the first 3 columns have been filled. Notes is additional. It's up to the user's discretion if they want to fill it. As you can see, the record observation button does not even appear. Let us record one more. Number of birds. Any notes? So as you can see, without notes, even notes being empty, record observation button does allow it to be clicked afterwards. Notes, and we say record observation. Let's head back to our database. So we are back in our database to see if the other observations we recorded do appear. And as you can see under the user welcome, the observations, we have 3 more new ones with their data, location, the longitude, latitude, same. Now let us move on to viewing. Now let us go to the final step, which is to view our observations. So as you can see, my observations is recorded. This data is pulled from the Firebase database. And when you tap on to the observation, you now see the details, date and time, number of birds, the location, and the notes that come with it. Name of the bird, date, time, location, same thing. You could also delete observation deleted. Now let's head to our database to see if there are only 3 observations instead of 4, so that we know that whenever we delete, it also gets deleted into the database. Thank you. So now we're back into our database. Now we come to our user welcome. As you can see under observations, we normally have 4 observations. Instead, we have 3 observations. This is because we deleted 1 observation in the app. As you can see, we have our other users observation. We have multiple observations. So now we will be covering our extra feature that we've implemented based on our design document. So we decided to implement a reward and badge feature. As you can see, we went through our map page where the user can see his location and can see the bird hotspots around him with their description and then be directed to Google Maps. So now on this same page, we have decided to add an achievements and badges button to which we can now be directed to the achievements and badges page. So now we want to go there, and as you can see, this user welcome, is only a novice observer, meaning he has been awarded for 1+ observations. And as you can see, we have 3 types of badges for their achievement. We have novice, intermediate, and expert observer, with their description below stating how many observations they need to have recorded in order to attain this achievement and badge. At the bottom of it, we have a total summary of total observations for the user. So as you can see, under novice observer, you've earned this achievement. Total observations are 3. Should they increase up until 10 or 50, then they'll get those badges assigned for those numbers. Let us go look at total observations. We're going to go to view observations, and as you can see, we only have 3 observations, hence total observations. Let us log on to a different user who has many more observations. Okay, so now I've logged on to user 1, and let's head to view birding hotspots. We're taken to the map box page. Now we will go to achievements and badges. So now as you can see, for user 1, they have earned novice and intermediate observer. Reason being, they have more than 10+ observations, and at the bottom we can see total observations 16. Now let us go to observations, view observations, and as you can see, there's multiple number of observations that user 1 has recorded. Thank you very much. This is our extra feature for FeatherQuest.